major news out of the UK. If you live in the UK, what is happening to where you live as the effervescent blanket of safety is being thrust over you via the UK Online Safety Act, which took into effect just a couple of days ago on the 24th, but the ripple effects are already beginning to be held. I don't know if you guys have heard about this or not, but users must verify identity with a third party and scan their face to access adult content online. Proposed screen time limits requiring age verification for video games exceeding 2 hours. Non-compliant fines up to £18 million or 10% of the revenue. As sites may be blocked, access to porn games, niche gaming forums, and non-state approved content will be restricted. Non-state approved content. Platforms like Pornhub, Discord, listen to this. Pornhub, Discord, and Reddit and Grindr are all in the same tier here. Amazing. 4chan may be in this as well. And of course, it aims to prevent kids from accessing harmful social media groups or content like the corn here. New rules took into effect, and pretty much immediately it is a joke, as pointed out by Chris Middleton here. It says UK's Online Safety Act just came into effect, promising a safer internet. It's a lie. This law threatens your privacy, free speech, and democracy and paves the way for a surveilled, censored web. Want to know how bad it gets? And this is a really good thread here. So before we get into this thread, I would love to hear, Eric, your thoughts about the government middling on what they deem to be appropriate and approved content.
Oh, yeah. It's like 1984, Big Brother. You'll take the pill and be happy kind of stuff, right? They're just trying to be protective, and it's going to start taking away people's access to sites they actually want to go to that aren't dangerous.
Like Discord? But Jeff, what are your thoughts?
I don't like it. It's very 1984 Orwellian, like Eric said a second ago. And the part that I hung up on is the whole state approved or whatever that sentence you highlighted was. That's the shit kicker. That's like, well, it was approved and then this changed and that changed. And it's an open door to, well, it's just Pandora's box essentially. So it's all bad.
Well, let's go to the BBC because they are the British Broadcasting Company, Blabs.
Actually, they're not. It's the British Broadcasting Corporation.
Yeah, that too. So the BBC has to run to the state's defense here. What the Online Safety Act is.
Government funded, so.
That's right. And how to keep children safe online. The way people in the UK might navigate the internet is changing. Under the Online Safety Act, platforms must take action such as carrying out age checks to stop children from seeing illegal and harmful material from July. Services face large fines if they fail to comply with UK's sweeping online safety rules. But what do they mean for children? Here's what you need to know. The Online Safety Act. See, you love how these things are just named so. Like they're so, that's got to be good. They're gonna save the children, right?
They must have taken note from like Black Lives Matter, right? Because when you break it down, it's like, well, yes, their lives do matter. But then there was the whole political meaning behind it, and then it was just a whole fraud thing in the first place. So I feel like that was kind of a big trendsetter of like language control.
Under its children's codes, platforms must prevent young people from encountering harmful content relating to suicide, health. See, the fact that I've got to change my voice when talking on YouTube about these things is silly. Suicide, self-harm, eating disorders, and pornography from July 25th. This will see some services, noticeably porn sites, start checking the age of UK users. Ofcom's rules are also designed to protect children from misogynistic, violent, hateful, or abusive material, online bullying, and dangerous challenges. The broad, dangerous challenges here.
But like even the other stuff.
Challenging to who?
Yeah, what is this abusive
Tide
material?
Pod
What is
challenge?
the online bullying? Like,
Shit.
be specific here.
Mm-hmm. Firms wish to continue operating in the UK must adopt measuring include changing the algorithm which determines what is shown to children's feeds to filter out harmful content, implementing age verification methods to check whether a user is under 18, removing identified harmful material quickly, and supporting children who have been exposed to it. What does that mean? Supporting children who have been, like, do they need to give them money now or something? Identifying a named person who is accountable for children's safety and annually reviewing how they are managing risk to children on their platform. So yes, in very serious cases, Ofcom says it can apply for a court order to prevent the site or app from being available in the UK app. So obviously these are all, it's all under the guise of safety here. And it's odd because Ian, who's over in the UK, says, "What are you guys talking about? I can't see it." Thank you, Ian. So, yes, there's that. Now, there's been a trickle-down effect. Obviously, Rule 34 is a thing. It'll be a thing forever. But the UK age verification blocker is rolling out, and Rule 34 blocked the UK entirely, rather than comply. So this is a Rule 34 site, obviously a XXX site. And they just said, yeah, you know what? We're not even going to deal with it. We're not even going to deal with it. Sorry, UK. And that's fine. And once again, this goes back to, like, whether it's corn or whatever, right? I don't want the government telling me what I can and cannot see, right? Here's the thing. Do you really think that people who are going to the corn sites are going to be like, I really want to verify my identity with you? No, of course not. Because what's going to happen? Exactly what happened to the T app. And guess what? You're going to see a bunch of dudes over there who and their data is going to be leaked, and then all of a sudden they're going to be shamed. They're going to lose their jobs for simply doing something in their own time. Like, do they not see the negative things that come from this?
They do. They just don't want to.
They're turning the other eye.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't matter. It's that weird, vague language that gives them the back door into other things that's more important than the safety. Because it's one of those situations where we can all agree you want to protect kids from stuff. That's no debate about that. But aren't there restrictions like, parents, stuff like that? We've talked about this before in the past. There was some other bill when I was on a few episodes ago about this. Like, safety's good for kids, but this is so vague. And if I ran a business that would be targeted like this, I just wouldn't deal with the UK. Like, if they said your book is not, suitable for UK shores, sorry guys in the UK, I'm just not putting my stuff out there. Rule 34 did it. Other places are going to too. And it's going to become like a digital no man's land. They're going to go backwards. They're not going to, how are they going to access digital culture? They won't. It'll go to a certain way. Maybe that's what people want. Who knows? There's too many nefarious things out there.
Well, what's interesting about this is there has been a petition put together via the petition, the Parliament website, to repeal the Online Safety Act. Now that it's gone through, I think people are looking at it and they're going, whoa, 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 whoa. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And the goal was to get to 100,000 signatures to do this. Yes. It is blown past that. Now currently sitting at 359,000 signatures here. Now, the government has responded here because of this. This was created by this person here just a couple days ago. And the government has said, the big bad government over here has a fairly long response. The Department of Science, Innovation, and Technology. I'm sorry, what? Why does the Department of Science, Innovation, and Technology want to be involved in this?
Craig, did you see it started with an I? Like, read the first sentence. I something, something, something.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's what it said. I would like. Who is this one person? Because they're not the whole department.
Yeah, it is. It's the Department of Science, Innovation, and
No,
Technology.
but Jeff is saying you're not supposed to start with the I to be able to do a whole thing.
If this is the government, they have bigger problems.
Yes. Yeah. So that's good. At least they've kind of popped in and gained the interest of this, because this is a horrible idea. Nobody wants this, and this has been a really gross overstep here. And there's been a lot of talk about this, lots of talk about this. And even this morning, there have been a lot of talk about this with, I guess Trump is over in the UK, and they were asking about this in the UK, the potential of overreach here. And I want to see if I can pull this up. I did see a video of this from earlier today.
You mean he's shitting on the mayor, saying the mayor, you done a bad job?
No.
That one? Oh.
No.
I saw that one if you want.
Here we go. Yes, this is earlier today, where a reporter warned the UK's Online Safety Act could lead to Truth Social being censored. And this was kind of the interaction back and forth here.
To censor your site, states mandated
To
powers.
censor my site?
To censor your site and
mean
Twitter
Truth?
and Facebook.
Truth Social?
I mean Truth. Is that okay?
Well, I don't think he's going to censor my site because I say only good things. You won't uncensor my site.
Yeah, we're not censoring anyone.
So this is the logic behind it right here. Listen to what he says, but really pay close attention, because they either they're naive and they have no idea what they're talking about.
Well, that's
or-
Keir Starmer. He's absolutely no idea what day it is.
Or they are just straight up lying, right? Because he says, "Oh, we're not censoring anybody."
Yeah, we're not censoring anyone. We've got some measures which are there to protect children, in particular from sites like suicide sites. We've had too many cases in the United
Do you see how he had to even say, suicide? Oh, suicide. I can't even say it out loud.
Kingdom of young children taking their own lives. And when you look through their social media, they've been accessing sites which talk about suicide and encouraging, if you like, children down that road, and that is what we want to stop. Nothing about censoring
But that treats all adults like
this
children.
country is the proud.
But that can treat all adults
free
like
speech in this
children.
country has been for a very long time. We're very, very proud of it. We will protect it forever. But at the same time, I personally feel very strongly that we should protect our young teenagers, and that's what it usually is, from things like suicide sites. I don't see that as a free speech issue. I see that as a child protection
We
issue.
actually passed a bill in Congress, headed up by my wife, actually, which was to pull bad stuff out having to do with children, because it is a problem. But I cannot imagine him censoring Truth Social. This is more of a very political, and it's been a very big success.
Not going to happen.
And I only say good things about him and his country.
Oh,
so
for fuck's
if you
sakes.
censor me, you're making
Yeah.
a mistake. I'm going to give my ambassador the job, make sure it's not censored. I had not heard that.
Are you kidding me?
So they're glad handing, all around each other, blah blah blah. But going back to the initial idea of
Jesus.
of we're not what are you talking about? We're not censoring anybody. What are you even thinking about right here? But what is interesting about this is, while this has definitely gained a lot of traction from the UK, currently it's approaching 360,000 signatures right here, and you can kind of see where everybody's signing. These are all authenticated UK signatures, by the way. So, I mean, you can see exactly where this is coming from. But the Kids Safety Act in the US apparently is a thing that's being tossed around as well. The equivalent of the EU's Digital Services Act and the UK's Online Safety Act. If passed, it could mandate digital identity right here, and impose.
Well, I mean, this is very similar to what Roblox has been trying to do, and I think they've actually done it, where they do the face authentication, because there's so many weirdos on Roblox right now. But that means you're identifying children, which is weird.
Which, hey, nothing bad can come from that.
No,
right?
absolutely not.
No. Why can't we just keep kids off the internet and problem solved?
Stop being
Parents?
logical.
Yeah,
Parenting.
there are already
seriously.
some states that have already done this too, like Texas. You're required, if you have I think Pornhub is required to have people upload their driver's license to prove that they're 18, and their Pornhub has just decided not to be accessible in those states. I think Texas, is a big state, and there's a bunch of other states too.
I'm from Texas. I don't, I haven't run into that issue. No.
Who's your VPN there, Craig?
Yeah.
Is it Nord?
Yeah, right. But They're useful. With that said, like the idea of this being introduced to the United States is silly. America's trying to pass a bill, Kids Online Safety Act, always guised under the idea of safety, right?
Yep.
Now, there is nothing in this. They just know that they want to do it. A summary is in progress right now. There's no actual information about it itself. It's just being introduced. So they're introducing the Kids Online Safety Act here. There is nothing in it, which I'm sure as soon as it is introduced or there's some sort of summary that people are going to go crazy with. Let's just take a look at what the titles were for this. I'm curious. Official titles. Let's see. Introduced a bill. Okay, a bill to protect safety of children on the internet. They just know that's what they're going to do right there. How they're going to do it, they don't know. But this is something that's going to happen. So, hopefully the response to that. Look, here's the thing. I'm all about protecting kids. I think it's wonderful. Leave kids alone, right? But parents got to do their jobs. Parents got to do their jobs. I'm a parent. Eric, you're a parent, right? Obviously, we've all been there, and there are different dangers now than there have ever been. And if you're just letting your kid have willy-nilly free access to the internet, guess what? You're doing it wrong, right? You should be the parent, not Mr. Daddy Government. We don't want daddy government associated with our lives, ever. I don't know. Do you guys have any thoughts on that?
Whatever happened to the old age verification where you put your birthday in? Nobody ever lied on those.
No.
Never.
ever.
So, go back to that.
We seem to keep spiraling in the wrong direction in certain ways. We joked about the return to normalcy, but this is just a whole nother can of worms. And I'm with you, man. I don't want to be too redundant. It's parents' responsibility. Keep your kids off the internet. Keep your kids off Xbox. Like, don't ban people if they say stupid shit. Just keep the kids off, and we'll all deal with it.
Yeah, parents don't need to give their kids. They don't have to give them devices that they're alone in the room. You could have a family machine in the living room or whatever when they're young, of course. I just would like to see a return to parenting. It seems like parents have tried to become friends as opposed to parents with their kids.
There is a lot of that. Yes, 100%. Parents no longer want to be parents. They want to be BFFs. They don't want to be ostracized by their children. And like for me personally, I don't play that game, right? I am your dad, and that's what I'll be. I'll be your friend when I need you, when you need me to be, right? I'll be there for you. But at the end of the day, I am dad. I know what's right. At least I would know what's more right than you. And until you're 18 and until you're a grown ass adult, this is my house, and these are my rules. So, and whether that involves internet access, gaming access, whatever, there's so much want to be your buddy. And I see it all the time, where it's way too much. What a mess. We're growing. Grow with us. Hit that subscribe button. Don't make it weird. Not like that. That's weird.